Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for tuning in with me for today's video where I'm actually going to be reviewing a full face by the brand Lawless Beauty. Lawless Beauty, they have not been disappointing with their latest releases. Like, I have this new One Glam Eyeshadow palette by them. Also do have their new mascara and of course guys, their new foundation. Who are you kidding? We gotta try this. So I've got all the details on these newer releases. I always also appreciate all of your comments. I'm always excited to read them. So if you have any questions after the video, please feel free to drop them. Or if you have tried anything by Lawless and you do have some thoughts already, I always appreciate reading about your experiences, how stuff worked for you. And I have mentioned them in so many previous videos that I don't want to sound like a broken record, you know. I'm gonna link all of the videos below because I just don't want to always repeat myself on here, because there's also some new products that we kind of want to focus on. So I'm gonna be linking these older videos below. There's also some discount codes, some affiliate links always included in that description box. Now I don't really have one for Lawless. Lawless is available at lawlessbeauty.com, but it's also available at Sephora. It does have the clean stamp at Sephora if that's something that you're interested in. So in case you're wondering, this brand is also of course 100% cruelty free and a lot of these products are vegan. Also, when you're watching my reviews, just please bear in mind this is just my opinion about how these products do perform on my skin. I feel like that's pretty much everything I wanted to say, and yeah. So without no further ado, let's just go barefaced and let's get this review rolling. So you guys, I am barefaced right now, so let's actually kick this video off with the very first product by Lawless. So this is the Set the Stage Hydrating Priming Serum, and this retails for $48. So this clean 3-in-1 silicone-free makeup primer, moisturizer and serum is packed with antioxidant-rich skincare ingredients like rosehip seed oil. The formula provides lightweight hydration and soothing benefits while setting your skin up for perfect makeup application. So 100% vegan, paraben-free, sulfate-free, silicone-free, talc-free, gluten-free, cruelty-free, made with recyclable packaging. This actually comes in a really travel-friendly kind of squeeze tube. Now, to be honest, I really like the packaging. It is super hydrating, which I love. It's gonna give you that glow, that juiced up skin. I really like it. The only thing I will say is it's a little bit pricey. The ingredients are amazing though, apart from that lavender oil that I personally don't like to put on my skin because it's a little bit irritating to me. I prefer completely oil-free, fragrance-free sort of products on my skin. And I also prefer blurring primers. So whenever I put this on, I'm gonna be shiny. I'm gonna glow, 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 glow. Now, what we're gonna be putting on later is going to be pretty matte, which is great. But this is gonna make me radiant now for a second, which, you know, it's not really kind of my vibe. And also this does smell like lavender. So either you're gonna like it, or it's gonna be a deal breaker, or you don't care about it, you know. I mean, the texture is super nice. It feels like a hydrating gel. So I'm just gonna start applying this. I'm gonna pump it out onto my hand first. Now this looks like a milky sort of gel cream. This is how much I would use. I wouldn't, you know, you don't need too much product. It does not leave a tag at all. It's literally a serum. It's gonna sink into your skin completely. Like, my skin eats this up. Like, it's gone. It's completely sunken in after a couple of seconds. If you are into something very weightless, something that absorbs, and something that leaves this hydrated, like, real kind of radiance glow, this might be your product. Okay, so let's move on to a product that I'm actually super excited to be showing you guys today because, oh my gosh, this has, I don't know, this has become a holy grail of mine very, very quickly. So it's quite a new product. It's not their latest product, but it's quite still a new product. And guys, it's a foundation. So basically, Annie decided to pull the foundation that she had before. Give me a second, I'm gonna grab that. And this was the Woke Up Like This foundation. Now, I had featured this foundation in my very first Lawless review on my channel, and I actually liked it, but this had a really striking scent. Like, this was full of essential oils and it had a dewy finish, and I actually quite enjoyed it because the setting powder that we're going to put on in a second is actually really mattifying, but this is very dewy and very much like radiant. So I feel like she was like thinking, if my, you know, what kind of products do I want to come out with next, and this might not really be the style anymore. So she pulled this and she came out with this new foundation. So this is the Conseal the Deal Long Wear Full Coverage Foundation, and this retails for $39. Now, this actually came out in 28 shades. And this is very, very, very different from the Woke Up Like This foundation. On the website, I feel like they did a really good job in actually describing this foundation for what it actually is. A long-wearing, lightweight, fluid foundation that delivers modern full coverage with a self-setting, natural matte finish. Coverage full. I would say medium to full, buildable, you know? Maybe full, yeah, with a concealer though. You'll see in a second. Finish, natural matte. Couldn't agree more. So this is actually a vegan foundation. It's paraben-free, sulfate-free, silicone-free, talc-free, gluten-free, cruelty-free. As usual, I bought the wrong shade. So I'm the queen of shade mismatches, okay? So I bought the shade Sesame first, light to medium with neutral undertones. This is usually my standard shade. I'm usually a light to medium with neutral undertones, but this ended up being too light for me. Like, I looked a little bit ghostly, like a little bit too, like it just did not match me that well. So I picked up another shade, and I picked up the shade Dune, and that is the shade probably that works the best for me. I like this shade a lot more. This shade is described as a medium with warm peach undertones. I feel like this is such a great product. I've been using this pretty much on an all-day sort of basis. This works also really well with a mask. It's kind of long wearing. You can wear this like up to like 8 hours. Sometimes I wore this like 10 hours and it started to break up in my T-zone, which is pretty normal. This does not go cakey. This is self-setting, as they were saying in the description. This is so different from the Woke Up Like This foundation because I feel like I don't need to use powder. And it's been a minute since I really thought that, because I always want to set my foundation. I always want to set it. But with this, since like a long time, I felt like, wow, I don't feel like I need to set this. This foundation brush she came out with works with this. I'm gonna just use this with the brush. It might be a little bit streaky. I'm gonna try and make it work. And I'm gonna put on one side, one layer with a little bit of product. I feel like this is very buildable. On the second layer, this is where the magic is gonna happen. I think I'm gonna shake it up one more time just to be sure so that everything is well dispersed. I'm gonna pour it in my hand first and then apply it onto my skin and then use my brush. Because you see, it's so runny. It's very, very liquidy. Also, this will oxidize a little bit, so it's gonna change color in a second when you blend this out. The coverage is really there. I mean, this has literally evened out my skin like crazy. This is so nice. And I mean, you can still see the primer giving me that glow through the foundation. So I'm gonna do the other side, and also the brush. I feel like it works super well. Should I use the sponge on this side? I'm gonna use a sponge just to show you guys. There's no difference to me. I feel like it also works well with a sponge. And these drops are not big. Like, they're just like this. The dry down is actually pretty nice because it's a little bit flexible. So it's not going to dry down immediately. You can still sort of blend it out and sort of just blend it and continue to tweak it around, add coverage, you know, build it up. I might now use the sponge. I don't know. I don't really see that much of a difference in terms of coverage when it comes to the application tool, you know. I feel like the sponge does a great job. I feel like a brush will do it, you know. But now we're gonna get a little bit more coverage. I mean, you can definitely see the difference from 2 layers compared to 1. It's definitely buildable, and I love that about the foundation. So let me add just a little bit more. But just look at this coverage and look at the stunning finish. My skin looks like refreshed and just revived. I'm gonna do something different with my eyes, don't worry, we're gonna take care of that in a second. I'm also gonna apply a concealer because Lawless actually does not carry a concealer. They had one, they pulled it, I never tried it, I don't have it. So I'm gonna use a concealer that I've been testing out since a couple of weeks and I've actually been enjoying. So I've been trying out this Complex Culture concealer. It's actually amazing. I love it. So let's use it today. This is the shade L200. I feel like I need to pick this up in a darker shade too. But I'm gonna just apply this on my under eye. And this has like this little dot stiletto sort of doe foot to it. Has a funny shape. And you know, this concealer, you can basically blend it out straight away. I'm just gonna blend it out now. It is quite full coverage and it's very lightweight. So I feel like it goes with this foundation so well. I mean, it's just effortless, you know. This is also more of a matte concealer. It's not very luminous or like creamy or too occlusive, because sometimes I feel like these tend to crease. So this really does not settle into some of the fine lines that I have on my under eye. It just covers so well and I did not use that much product too. So I love it. I'm gonna use just a little bit of my Lila B concealer on my eyelid. Looks really, really nice. I really liked foundation. The next product I'm going to be using, it's not necessary. I'm still going to be using it just because it's a full face of makeup. And although I don't really need it, but we're still going to set it because I want to show you guys the powder. And I also love that powder. So this is the Seal the Deal Loose Setting Powder. And this retails for $36. So they have this in 3 shades. They've got a brightening shade. They have a classic one. That's the one I've got. It's a classic translucent setting powder. $36 might sound like a little bit. It's actually not that much considering how huge this jar is. It's actually a really big jar. Might not come across like that on camera, but it's big. 30 grams of powder is quite a lot, so I'm just gonna put this in here. And I'm just gonna set my concealer. I'm gonna set my face. And also, if you don't like to be too matte, you can just use a little bit of product. You don't need to use that much of, you know, powder in general. Especially not with this kind of foundation. Where's my brush? Oh, my brush is right here. This has a little bit of a tint to it, but it does not come across like that. On the face, it's very translucent. So I'm just gonna press it in here. And I always see any sort of baking with this powder. Now, I don't really do that technique too much. So I'm gonna use a little bit of a bigger brush now. I'm just gonna pack it into this brush, into the bigger brush to just do the rest of my face a little bit quicker. Now the only thing I don't really appreciate about the powder is that it does not have a locking sift. Like, this is just disastrous if you want to travel Gotta be so careful how to store this product. It's a little bit messy. I honestly wish this packaging would get an upgrade and would get a locking sift so I could travel with it, because it's so nice. Although my face was not really in need of any mattification. So let's actually get rid of these clips, because honestly they are so annoying. I just want to free my hair. And let's actually move on to adding some color to my complexion. So let's move on to the bronzer, the blush and the highlighter. So this is the Summer Skin Velvet Matte Bronzer, and this retails for $38. Like now with this product you're gonna get 11 grams, and let me tell you, I love this bronzer. This has also been featured in many videos before. I love this bronzer. It's beautiful, it's matte, it is perfect for my skin tone. It pulls a little bit more warm neutral. It's all I want in a bronzer. It's a good everyday bronzer. The only thing I would criticize a little bit is it's only available in 2 shades. I've got the shade Golden Hour, and that's the lightest shade, and it's also available in the shade Glazed, which is a little bit deeper. I'm gonna apply it on my very favorite bronzer brush, which is the Spectrum CO4. This is also so smooth, it's really not patchy at all. It's also not too pigmented. I feel like it's like medium pigmentation, so you can definitely build it up and it blends out like a dream. It is so smooth. It's so pretty, flawless, and just so not patchy, buildable, such a nice shade. So let's go ahead and let's talk about these amazing blushes. So if you want to see all of the swatches, please do go to my description box. I'm going to link that video where I'm swatching the entire collection. So all of the colors, I purchased them all. Today we're just going to focus on maybe 1 or 2 shades, you know. So this is the Make Me Blush Velvet Blush, and this retails for $29. This looks literally crazy. This looks so dirty because this was literally, Liz was traveling with me, and this is also almost used on a daily basis for my everyday makeup. Like, this is vintage love. This is the shade Indian Summer, which I also really freaking love. This is an amazing, amazing shade. This is a little bit more sort of saturated, where this one is a little bit more muted. Gives you a little bit more of that like red sort of flush, whereas this other one, the one I'm going to be applying right now, it's very sort of a beautiful rose tone, a rose, sort of muted, dusty rose pink. Yeah, and then this other shade that I also like is the shade Desert Rose. It's very rosy, very pretty too. So maybe I'm gonna, I don't know, I'm like a little bit undecided. I think I'm gonna go in with Vintage Love. I would say one of my most used blush shades ever. She also has this blush brush. This brush, I prefer using this with cream products. It's just because it's not angled, that's why. So I'm just gonna take it on my brush here. I'm gonna apply it. This is literally what I do all the time. I freaking love this shade. And you can pack this on. You don't have to be shy with this blush, you know, and that's what I really, really like. You can build it up and it's not too pigmented straight away. Just look at that. It's so beautiful. Like, it looks airbrushed, and I feel like Annie really knows how to make powders that come across a little bit like airbrushed, you know. And they're great formulas. They're all vegan. And I think they just look pretty. Just look at that. This just gave me some beautiful rosiness. And this shade Vintage Love, I mean, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. All for it. Maybe too much, but I think I'm gonna stop. Okay, anyway, let's move on to their highlighter. So this is the Lucid Skin highlighter, and this retails for $38. This is the one product where I would say, I don't know what happened. I feel like this entire product was doomed to hard pan on me straight away. I just don't like the powder. I think it's a little bit dry, or something happened to my formula. Let me know if you have this product and it's amazing for you. I'm wondering, I mean, I did this from the beginning on. I wasn't too much of a fan of this product. So it works great on my nose, but for the rest, it's just not doing that much, you know, and I have to, you know, have to really just dig in there. And it's just like a little bit, I mean, it's okay. It's now the other time when I used this, I liked this on my nose. Yeah. So what it does on my nose is actually really, really pretty. It's okay, you know, it kind of looks, it looks nice. I think it's just the shade or something, maybe the hot pan. Now also when I try and put this on my fingers, it's very like, just kind of dry, a little bit too dry for my, I don't know, it looks a little bit coppery too. I don't know, it's not my favorite one, to be honest with you, you know. You know what happens, you're not gonna vibe with everything in the line, but yeah, so that's just my opinion. That was it for the complexion. I have to say the complexion looks great though. I'm happy with how this looks. Anyway, let's actually move on and let's do the next part of my face, which, yeah, let's move on to the eyes actually. So they don't really have an eyebrow product. So to save you some time, I'm just gonna apply this and I'm just gonna cut to when I'm done. Yeah, it's a difference from night to day. This stuff is so nice. I love it. It's amazing. Holds my eyebrows in place, fills them in. It's magic. It's literally magic. Love this Conseal stuff. So let's actually move on to the eyeshadow palettes. There is quite a selection. She has 4 eyeshadow palettes in total, one with 18 shades. I'm gonna call it the big one because all of these are called the One by LAWLESS. This is a little bit pricier, but it's so beautiful. This has been loved. Like, let me tell you, I love this. I've got some videos. I'm going to link these below in the description box. Now, this is the little one. It's beautiful. It's a little bit like a combination of warms and neutrals. And I honestly really would recommend this for beginners or for anyone who is looking for a little bit more of a golden, orangey terracotta, but a mix with some neutrals. You can also just, you know, it's just a simple palette, but it works. I really, really like this. This is also made out of recyclable packaging. So I really just wanted to focus on this one newly released eyeshadow palette today. But I also just want to give a special shout out to the Baby One palette that was released last year. This was in my favorites videos. As you can tell, there's some pink going on. There's some purple, sort of beautiful rosy tone sort of shades, some peach, some brown, some beautiful sparkly white shade that I love, and this beautiful rose gold. Oh my gosh, don't get me started. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's like soft and buttery and creamy and just, oh my gosh. So I'm just gonna show you guys a little bit what I did with this other look. I freaking love how this looked. Like, literally, this palette is so nice. I also feel like the formula on this palette is a little bit different than her other palettes, you know. I feel like this palette is definitely a lot more pigmented. It's, you have to like literally tap off that brush a little bit before you're going in. You know, let's actually talk about the real baby here. That new release. So this is the Glam One Eyeshadow palette and this retails for $25. I love a good dusty sort of brown. I like some rosy shades. And when you look at the setup of this eyeshadow palette, you can see that you could just use this row, the bottom row, and you can definitely just do a look with this. Or you could just use the upper row and do something very different. I would love to see a third metallic, a third shimmer shade. Please expand. We need an iridescent shade, we need a purple shade, we need so many of these. We need a blue shade, we need a green shade. I love this formula. I'm going to swatch all of them so you can see them. This is the shade Glam. It's a foiled champagne taupe. This is the shade Blondie, which is described as a matte beige taupe. This is the shade Fox, a matte neutral sand. This is the shade Mystique, a matte warm sienna. This is the shade Angel Rose, a foiled rose pink. This is the shade Bohemia, a matte warm mauve. This is the shade Sable, a matte red brown. And this is the shade Caviar, a matte velvet black. I've done a look where I used the bottom row only, where I was saying like, let's just do a dusty rose, beautiful mauve sort of look. And let's top it off with this beautiful shade Angel Rose, foiled rose pink. When I see a palette like this, this is what gets me excited for the day, you know. I'm just have to like make some room here on this table because it's getting cramped in here. Okay, so I'm gonna just start off with the shade Blondie because love my blonde hair. Okay, rest in peace. But yeah, Blondie. I'm gonna start off with this, building this up in my crease. It's a little bit of a powdery formula, but that's always the case with Lawless. But they blend out so beautiful. You'll see very stunning shades. So here we go. I mean, this is just blending so well. I mean, I could go on and build this up and up. So I feel like I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna build it up a little bit more. I mean, we're looking pretty taupey. I'm gonna build in some warmth. So I'm gonna move on to the shade, what's it called? No, Mystique. So a matte warm sienna. This is looking great. So the next step, what I want to do is I want to build up the color a little bit on the edges of my lower lash line. And I'm gonna go into this shade here and I'm just gonna, you know, press it in here a little bit. I should really use an eyeliner first. Let me actually grab an eyeliner. So I'm gonna use one of my favorite eyeliners that I discovered this year as well, by Victoria Beckham. This is the shade Cocoa. It's this beautiful brown eyeliner and it's so nice. I'm gonna put this in my waterline. This is so nice. I love this eyeliner. So I'm just gonna press the powder in here and just kind of drag it just a little bit. Just doing a little bit of a wing, just tiny, nothing big. Yeah, I'm gonna go into the shade Fox now, this one right here, and I'm just gonna put that over my eyelid. This is looking so nice. Now comes my favorite part, dipping into this shade. I'm gonna take this on my ring finger and I'm gonna press this onto my lids. Like, oh, this formula again. This is such a beautiful freaking metallic. Like, I cannot get over this. It is so stunning. I have no words. I'm just gonna blend it out a little bit more with a brush. I forgot the brow bone. Let's do the brow bone. Let's quickly do the brow bone with this beautiful shade as well, because I just love that. I think it just brings my look together. I always cringe when I don't do it. That was all of the eyeshadow palettes. This is such a great release, you guys. This was so worth picking up. I love this. This is going to be loved, used. I'm going to travel with this. I also really loved this beautiful pink shade. This has a little bit more of base pigment. It's definitely a foiled texture, but it reminded me of the next product that I wanted to talk to you guys about because I love this one. So this product was actually in my video about my favorite makeup of 2020. So this is the Bioglitter biodegradable glitter eyeshadow, and this retails for $14. Now she has this in 2 different shades. This is available in Champagne Dreams, which is more of a golden sort of sparkly shade, and I have this in the shade Sparkling Rosé, which is more of a pinky sort of champagne-y topper. This is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. If you guys love glitter, if you want something that is biodegradable, it's $14. It's amazing. This product, on top of that other pink look that I did with the baby one, oh my gosh. This is some sparkling 3D dimensional beautiful glitter. I can only recommend this. This has a very sort of soft powder texture, pink packaging, it's like paper, recyclable, amazing, love it. Kudos to Annie for creating this. This product will literally transform any eye look. This does not have that much base pigment, but it's such a beautiful topper. You guys, it's so beautiful. It's just gonna give you that something, that beautiful glitter, that beautiful sparkle, that it's just out of this world beautiful. One of my favorite toppers ever. So let's move on to the next eye product. This is the last eye product I want to talk about. She doesn't have an eyeliner. As I said, I used the Victoria Beckham one. So what is left? Let's talk also about something that has been released not that long ago. It's kind of like one of the newer additions to the Lawless collection, which is her mascara. So this is the One and Done Long Wear Volumizing Mascara, and this retails for $25. I also wanted to mention that this mascara is 100% vegan. You guys know I'm always on the hunt for a good mascara. I love good mascaras. So when I saw that Lawless came out with mascara, man, I was intrigued. It's so good. It hits all the marks. It's long wearing. It's not smudging. It's easy in application. It makes your eyelashes go wow. It's innovative. I have never had a mascara with a brush like this, and the formula is amazing. It is super black. It has more of a glossy finish. This is the brush. I'm going to show you guys a close-up. So basically the tip of this brush is what makes it innovative, because it has the silicone ball, and in the beginning I was very suspicious of this brush because I thought like these short silicone bristles, they're not going to do anything. I was so wrong. I was so wrong about it. It's actually an amazing mascara, and we're going to apply it. This also, good news, has not smudged on me whatsoever. Is this actually waterproof? The only true clean mascara that does it all: volumizes, defines, lengthens, lifts, and wears all day. I mean, I have to agree, it's amazing. It's so, so good. So I'm just going to curl my lashes and then I'm going to show you what I mean. Alright, I'm going to start on this eye first. That was so easy, that did not take long. I feel like it just gives you some immediate satisfaction, and you can build this up, you know. It's a very also buildable formula. It's not clumpy, nothing. And you know what I love about this mascara is I can literally do this and get in everywhere. Thank you, Lawless, for making it so easy. And this is usually the side that fails me, and it just looks so, so nice. Oh my god. So dramatic and so easy and so instant. The only thing I will say what is not so easy is removing this. You need a really good like cleansing milk or something that, you know, you use around your eye area to get rid of eye makeup. It's not a disaster, but you just gotta make sure that it's completely off. It takes a little bit of, you know, a couple of like pumps of product to basically remove this. But that's okay because it's very long wearing. Just look at what this is doing. This is absolutely an amazing mascara. So that's it for all of the eye products. So let's talk about all of the products that I have for the lips. So Lawless does have quite a lot to offer when it comes to lip products. Now again, I'm gonna refer you to my other videos to see everything in detail, but we're gonna be talking about some of the products that I have. Now they also have a lip plumper. I don't have that one. Honestly, I have not picked it up yet. You know, I cannot pick up everything but they came out with a lip plumper. I was just like, I've got so many lip products that I still want to use up. So I might try it in the future one day, maybe. I do have their lip gloss though. I also have their lipstick and their liquid lipsticks. So they do have quite a lot of stuff, you know. We're gonna start off with their lip liner. So this is the Forget the Filler Definer Liner, and this retails for $21. Now they have this in 4 different shades. I have the shade Honey Rose. This is so nice, so creamy, so beautiful. It's like a dusty rose, sort of cool tone, neutral shade. I think it's gonna match so well with today's look. So let's apply that and then move on to the next product. So I don't want this to be too much of a harsh line. So I just like my lip liner to be blended inwards a little bit. I think that's much better. Okay, so I really love this lip liner. I mean, this shade is so stunning, so nice, works beautiful. Shade Honey Rose, again, love this formula. So another product that I truly, honestly love by them for the lips. I'm not gonna apply it on top of this right now, but I just want to have mentioned it because I love it and I have it. It's their lip gloss. So this is the Lipshine Lipgloss, and this retails for $25. So I have it in the shade Manuka. I have this in the shade Glazed. Now let's talk about the shade Manuka. Manuka is a little bit more of, I would say, a warm nude. It's really pretty. These smell like candy. So if you like a good candy lip gloss, but my favorite one out of all of them is this one. This is so pretty. I could literally wear this and then top it off with this lip gloss and just go out of the door. I used this with the exact same lip liner and it looked so fantastic. It looked so amazing, so beautiful. This is the shade Glazed. This is so nice. The only thing is the formula on this, it's not like a Fit Glow one, like a gel, cushiony, sort of pillowy lip gloss. This is a little bit sticky. I mean, if you over apply this, you're gonna end up with a little bit of spaghetti, you know, texture. It's gonna go away as this wears in beautifully. It has a lot of shine. It is just a beautiful shimmery lip gloss. It works so well. It's not over the top shimmery or anything. It's so nice. On the other hand, their liquid lipsticks here, they did not work for me that well. I have this in the shade Ryan and the shade George, and I just want to say, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of these. These were like drying. They were just a little bit drying. I've got some other products I prefer by Lawless. The shade Ryan did not work for me at all. The shade George was a little bit better, but it looked a little bit like, you know, it was flaking off my lips. It made my lips look like wrinkly and dry and just not very flattering. So the liquid lipsticks, unfortunately, I did not like them. This is a product that I honestly, personally would pass on. But the lip glosses, if you can handle a little bit of stickiness. But today we are going to apply another product. And honestly, we're going to finish off with one of my very favorite products by this brand. And that's their lipsticks. So this is the Satin Luxe Cream Lipstick, and this retails for $28. Now I've got this in multiple shades. Again, I would refer you to my other videos to see all the swatches, to see them applied on my lips. But this is my very favorite lipstick. You guys know me, I love a good brown shade, and this is such a beautiful, neutral, a little bit more cool tone, beigey sort of shade. This formula is a satin matte cream lipstick. It's so nice. This is also vegan. It is, I think it's vegan, is it? Yes. So I'm gonna apply this, and yeah, I'm gonna show you why I love this. This is so nice. I mean, this is one of my favorite lipsticks of all times. My favorite color. This works with so many different looks, and every time I wear this, I feel like loving this so much. I can't stop looking at my lips right now. Oh my gosh, honestly, so stunning. Love this shade, love the formula, love this matte sort of satin look. Creamy, feels nice on my lips, you know, long wearing, absolutely stunning. And that's the last product that is completing this entire review. Woo! You guys, I mean, just looking at this look, I am so happy with this. I love it. It's completely my style. I like a good sort of brown, rosy, neutral look, glam. Love these new releases by Lawless. It was such a pleasure on a gloomy day to play with this amazing makeup. I really hope you enjoyed this video as well. I hope you liked the look. Let me know in case you've tried anything by the brand, if you enjoyed it as well. Let me know if you've tried any of their new releases maybe, or if you have any questions, please do drop me a comment. I'm always happy to read them and I always appreciate them. I really hope you guys got something out of this video. I really hope it was helpful. I hope in case you have not subscribed yet that you would consider hitting that button. It would mean a lot to me. And yeah, also you can ring the bell to stay notified about my upcoming videos. I'm sure I will be featuring and talking a lot more about Lawless on my channel in future videos. So thank you so much for your time, for your patience. And yeah, I shall be seeing you very soon on here again. So please do take care. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.